Why does every guy cheat on you? Trust me, I know. How come girls always call you their friend? I can tell you. We'll talk about your strengths and we'll talk about emotions. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Check out yours at secretsofbirthdays.com. Hello and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. My name is Christopher Rayman Witecki, and I consider myself your soul biographer, a person here to help you put together your karmic story through the orbits of what is above turns out to be what is below. And it's a pleasure to be back on the air. I have to say, one of the new little tricks of recording this same open for everybody is that I can tack on an open at the very end. My goddess, did we have an intense weekend. A new moon in Aquarius rattled me, put me behind in my schedule, so my apologies for showing up what I consider late with the horoscopes. I want to be on the air, but I didn't feel too bad. It knocked out the Pope as well. You know, when Neptune's in Pisces, folks, is when the Pope resigns. When the rats start leaving the ship, it's not always because the ship is sinking. Sometimes I think it's because light is brightening up, and we're seeing some effects of that, including even a personal killer or cop killer in California. A lot of crazy stuff going on. This is Neptune in Pisces. We're going to talk about that in your horoscope. I call it the party in Pisces. But even though we were distracted in Pisces, the sun is really the focus in Aquarius. We're working on how we position ourselves. We'll be going deep into that as well. Plus there are some squares, and I've got some new technology to kind of show you along the way. So let's take the Ascension elevator up to 33,000 feet and get on our journey.
Afternoon, folks. This is your captain speaking. While riding the Ascension elevator, be sure to keep your hands and feet in at all times. The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of emotional baggage. And as always, thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
Hello, my Pisces and Pisces rising, and welcome to another fabulous week. I'm going to tell you this is going to be a challenging week, but a powerful week when we get through it. I have for you now your 7-day mood forecast for Pisces and Pisces risings. And let's start with the overview, shall we? We are in chapter 3 now of Sun in Aquarius. We just wrapped up working on your faith and clearing out your subconscious, and this week you're committing to miracles, alchemy, your highest metaphysics. This is your highest spiritual value, your highest connection to God, your highest calling on earth. So this is a very spiritual week in some ways for Pisces, and there will be a breakthrough at the beginning of the week, and there will be a test of faith at the end of the week. And let's take a closer look at that. I also have some new tools in this horoscope to help us through it. Again, on Sunday it's Lightcast Day, and the moon is in Aquarius, so the moon is literally up in the house of interfaith, and you have to really allow your emotions to glide, and I talked about that in the last horoscope. On Monday, Mercury rules the day, so you are starting to break through and understand. The moon moves into Pisces, so Pisces and Pisces risings will be feeling rather confident. On Tuesday, Venus rules the day, and the moon is in your sign again. So I think you're really feeling good. I think you're restoring balance to your inner faith. Perhaps you've faced some demons. On Wednesday, you're feeling quite strong. Neptune, your home planet's ruling the day, and the moon moves into Aries, giving Pisces and Pisces risings self-confidence. On Thursday, it's time to commit and decide why you believe in yourself and why you have inner faith, and the moon will be in Aries, so you'll be feeling confident when you make that decision. On Friday, Mars rules the day, so you're going to want to take action on that inner faith, okay? And the moon will move into Taurus, which will pull your emotions into being pensive. That's why little Mr. Happy there is pensive. Then on Saturday, Earth rules the day, so you'll be actually holding space for this new faith, and you want to love yourself and trust, basically. The moon will be I got to refire my laser here. The moon will be in Taurus still, so your mind might want to create some havoc, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Then finally, whoops, wrong one. Excuse me, I'm learning my own system. Then Friday, finally Sunday, there's a chance of paranoia. The moon will be crossing over Jupiter and at the heading for Jupiter, and so it's going to be hitting a very tender spot for most people on Earth, you included. Okay, so that's kind of the overview there. Now, I have another little cool tool that's going to help us look at this literally with charts and planets. I call it an astro animation. Here it is. So what I did was I animated all the charts printed out on astro.com over a 7-day period and just let them repeat like a Doppler radar. These two green arrows are pointing to the trine between Saturn and Scorpio and this planet party of this party going on in Pisces. That trine means that as your beliefs change, your ego updates. These two red arrows are showing the square going on between your ego changes and Jupiter down there in Gemini. Jupiter is calling for you to expand your emotional self-nurturing, and so there's fear between your emotions and your ego that you're working out with those red lines. The moon is going to cross over all the important spots this week. This is why it's so challenging. And I'm going to zoom in closer here, but as you can see, as the arrow is following, the moon literally crosses all the most potent areas. Now you can see I put the steps in here. You can see the steps and how we go through the week, and you can see a little close-up on this party. That's Chiron, Mercury, and Mars all there. Here the moon, you can see, crosses over Uranus and Aries, and then heads for your mind, and then heads for your home and family foundation. So emotions really get triggered this week. And this red line represents a square going on between where you feel like you belong in society and feeling self-confident. So you're working out fears this week between, hey, I belong here in society, but can I do that? Or am I available? Or can I make the money? Or will I make money from it? Really, you know, working through those steps inside. So this is how the planets work in motion. And what I was saying with Saturn over there trining into this pile is, as you draw lines about what you believe and don't believe, you're updating your own strengths. So if you are not feeling strong, perhaps you should be more definitive about your beliefs and what you really believe in, because that's what Saturn's working on. Now let's take a look at the party going on in Pisces. Okay, and here's the party in Pisces. Basically, I animated it. The moon is crossing over your ruling planet, I sense, I am, I be, and I think. So these are 4 states of awareness, 5 when the moon hits. They get stirred up. The universe is stirring these emotions up, stirring this all up. And Mercury is gonna has passed this party, but it's gonna retrograde back over it. So that means that everything that we are learning, we might have to relearn. And this party is in your sign. So this is all affecting your ego. Your intuition is affecting your ego. Your Mars is returned to Pisces, so now you're amped up with the source of ego energy. You are healing your ego. That's Chiron there, that beautiful comet. And your mind is racing across your ego too. So a lot of egocentricness going on for Pisces while they're going through the last end of an interfaith transit. Kind of weird. So let's take a little closer look at the actual orbits. When it comes to Neptune and Chiron, I've stacked their orbits up. It's very, very clear. With Neptune, you just want to allow your feelings to flow through your ego and allow yourself to accept how you really feel. So just let your feelings flow through your ego all week, meaning like you're just honest with your feelings, maybe honest with others. Your healing is step 8, Chiron. So when it comes to your ego, just be very clear about the parts you want healed. I want my, my ego feeling like a failure when in my 20s. I want that healed. Like, be clear on what you want in your ego field. Then let's look at the other parties, the other planets going on and how their steps stack up. So here what I did was I stacked the steps because people told me they were having a hard time putting together. So I'm like, okay, I'll focus on this myself. On Sunday, this is showing Mars action, Mercury thoughts, and the Sun where you love, and then what you feel at the bottom. So there's 4 planets here, 4 orbits, all in alignment, so you can kind of see how karma works. I want to jump to Tuesday. So Tuesday is your actions. You're going to make a decision for your ego to take an action. It doesn't mean you're going to act on that day, but you are going to decide on Tuesday that you're going to take action. Your mind needs to be in a state of I love me, I love you, so total gratitude to the world. This is the Venus-ruled day, and the moon is in your sign Pisces, so that's what's going to break down there. Then on Thursday, it's pretty intense. I'm going to hop over to the other side here. On Thursday, you can see it stack up where on Mars, this is where you're actually going to take that action you decided to take 2 days ago. So you want to take the action on Thursday. Decide Tuesday, act Thursday. And your mind needs to be in a mindset of unlimited possibilities. The Sun where you love, well, you have decided that you have faith in yourself. So you take action on the day you decide you have faith in yourself. That's really what I wanted you guys to see. And then on Saturday, Mars is in step 11. I love me, I love you. So don't do anything, just hold space there. And then finally, whoops, I'm all over the place. And then finally at the end of the week, this is the test of faith on Sunday. This is the total test of faith. Mercury says you need to keep your mind on loving yourself and your intuition. So in the test of faith, you need to listen to your intuition, okay? Chiron rules the day that day, and so it's I love me, I love you with your actual love. And the moon is in Taurus and heading for Gemini, so there's a possibility that those fears between your ego and your self-nurturing will start to come up. And so you want to be good to yourself. On Sunday, there's a chance of paranoia there. That's why Mr. Happy is not looking so happy. Excuse me, I'm still learning my own keyboard. So kind of to summarize, You know, ultimately with Pisces, I think this week and Pisces risings, oh, silly me, I can't turn my little graphics off. With Pisces and Pisces risings, you know, I think that you want to be, the Saturn trine into all the Pisces energy means if you are having a hard time feeling strong, you need to be more definitive on your emotional boundaries and what you actually believe in. Once you are definitive about what you believe in, then you're going to be able to stand up in this new ego power. Mercury is going to come and cross back over this ego energy, and so you really, this is a gigantic multi, you know, boost up. In fact, Neptune has not been in your sign since the 1800s, and so the universe is literally giving, juicing up the Pisces, and you're just at the beginning of it. So be, you know, be self-compassionate. You know, treat yourself like you have always treated others. And in that self-compassionate mode, with strong boundaries on what you believe, I think you'll pass through this little storm and feel quite strong by the end of all this. But we've got a lot of work ahead. So let's wrap up now my little gratitude. This week, my gratitude goes to you, the viewer. I just want to say thank you for always reaching out, for always looking for me when I've been off the air, for continuing to give me great positive feedback and allowing me to grow and be honest on the air and not have to pretend to be somebody else. I'm very grateful to be in this service. And if you watch my horoscope, Taurus, you'll see that I'm finding my place in the world, and it's so nice to be received by you. So thank you. Much gratitude to you. This is co-creation in the making right here live. Don't forget, if you'd like to connect to me personally, I do go on the air live in a Google Hangout called A Guide to Hangout on Mondays at 12 noon Pacific. So we put that post on my Facebook, in the mothership, everywhere. So come on down, you can watch, you can chat, and you can ask me questions personally. This is my way of getting, and I'd love to hear your feedback on the horoscopes and what you think so far. If you want to be watched over personally by me, I write text messages every day through the night, personally to my subscribers, and you can start it for 1 week for a penny. So come on down if you want at gatext.me and try the GA service with us. Thank you so much for logging in. I'll see you on Sunday if everything goes well, but if you look at the horoscope, it will. And until then, live, love, be.